Hi everyone, I hope you're all okay today, and if you're not feeling well, I hope you feel better very soon. I was thinking today, you know, on these rotten old dark January days, a lot of us have been, I had the January blues myself, and a lot of people have been really down, and I thought, what could lift our spirits? And I had a long think about it, and I thought, a tag, that'll make us laugh. Let's do a tag. And I thought, what's better than your school days to think about? And, probably we all had a rotten time at school, but a fun thing I thought would be to talk about if you wore a school uniform or not, and what it was like. So my tag is about that, and number one is, did you wear a school uniform or not? Number two, if you did, what was it like? And number three, did you like it? Number four, did you modify it at all? As you can see, I've got my beautiful Ginny with me, and she's still all dressed for Theme Thursday. She really suits yellow because of her beautiful auburn hair. And I thought she could come with me and do this. Sit with me. So she's listening, aren't you, Ginny? So I'm going to answer it. I'll have a little drink of water first. So, number one, did you wear a school uniform or not? Yes, I did wear a school uniform. This was for my last school. From 11 till 15. Number two, if you did, what was it like? Well, our school uniform was navy blue and red, and it consisted of a navy blue boxed pleated skirt, so a wide pleat, a white blouse, a red tie with white stripes going across it, a navy blue jumper, or you could wear a red cardigan, whichever you liked, a navy blue blazer which had a pocket on the left hand side with the school crest on it. You had a purse belt which was round your waist, and it was made out of canvas, and it had a clasp that went just like Ginny's fingers, actually. It clasped together like that, and it was like a metal silver, and in it was a little zip, and there was a little pocket, and you could put your dinner money or your bus fare or whatever in there and zip it up to keep it safe, and that was called a purse belt. We had to wear a navy blue beret, and it had to be flat on the back of your head. You weren't allowed to put it at a jointy angle or anything. It had to be flat. And black woolen stockings and black lace-up shoes. So that was my school uniform, and you had to wear a navy blue coat during the winter, obviously. We did have a multicoloured, like two-tone blue and white checky dress for the summer, and you could put your purse belt round the waist of that, and we wore white ankle socks instead of stockings. But yeah, that was my school uniform. And number three, did you like it? No, I didn't like it at all. The skirt was really long, and it came down well past your knee. It had to. The jumpers were woolen, and I'm allergic to wool. It was all right over the top of your blouse. You didn't notice it quite so much, but you know, I wasn't that kind of fussed with it. And I hated the beret, absolutely hated it. I've never looked right in hats, and I looked absolutely terrible in it. I mean, we had other things that we had to have, like hockey kit and things like that. And we had to wear navy blue knickers. Yes, navy blue knickers. So yeah, I didn't like it very much at all. Number 4, did you modify it? Well, not in school. We didn't modify it. But as soon as we got out of the school gates, the skirts used to be pulled up to mini skirts, because of course I'm talking about the 60s and 70s here. So yeah, mini skirts were in, and the beret used to come off. So that was the only way you could really modify it. There wasn't a lot you could do, but I used to like to get home and get the thing off. Didn't like it very much at all. I mean, the summer dress wasn't bad at all. It was a nice cotton and it was quite nice. So I didn't mind that, but I didn't like all the drab navy blue. It was, awful. And I used to like to wear the red cardigan rather than having a navy blue jumper. But it's a little story I wanted to tell you, because we had to wear lace-up black shoes. Now, my mum always used to take me to get my clothes and my shoes, and she always bought me boys' lace-up shoes because they were cheaper. So I used to have to wear boys' black lace-up shoes, which I hated, and always a size too big so that I would grow into them. And they were horrible. I hated them. And I remember I used to be given my bus. I used to go to school by bus, and I used to be given my bus money, my bus fare. And what I used to do in my bus fare was, in the mornings, I'd take the bus so I wasn't late for school. But most days, if it wasn't raining, I used to walk. It was well over a mile from my house to school, but I used to walk home, and I used to walk home through the town and look at the shops, and I used to save what bus fare I would normally use and buy records, because there was a record shop in the town. And this particular day I was walking through, and my mum always used to get my shoes from a shoe shop called Oliver's. And there was this absolutely beautiful pair of granny shoes. Granny shoes came into fashion, and they were like a little lace up front and a nice little heel on them. I mean, I obviously have boys' shoes that were flat, and I really loved these shoes, and they were, like I say, really in fashion, and I really wanted them, but I knew my mum would never get them for me. So when my dad came home, he said to me that he needed me to go out. He ran his own business, my dad, and because I have very neat handwriting, I used to go to him when he went to look at a job, take notes, and then write the notes up and do a quote for the person. And he was talking to me about that, and I said to him, "Oh, Dad, there's this gorgeous pair of shoes, a proper pair of girls' shoes, and they're in fashion, and I really want them, but it's no good asking Mum." And he said, "Well, if we've got time when we come back from looking at this job, we're going to have a look." So, of course, we ended up going to Oliver's to look at these shoes, and I tried them on, and oh my goodness, I was out of I loved them, oh Mum, I really want them, Dad, can I have them, Dad? I knew I was going to get into trouble with my mum, and I knew my dad would as well, but I wanted those shoes. You have to let me know if you remember those granny shoes. I mean, they were kind of from the 1930s or 40s, really, I think. And they came back into fashion, as everything does. Anyway, he bought them for me. I was over the moon. My mother wasn't. My mum went mad. She really did. She wasn't very happy about Dad buying me these shoes. But, you know, I've been wearing boys' shoes for years and people took the mickey out of me, as they do. So I kept the shoes and I wore them to school, and I actually wore them to work when I first started working, and then I could afford to get my own shoes. But yeah, well, I thought that was a nice little story I could tell you, and about my school uniform. And I'm really looking forward to hearing about whether you wore one or not. And I mean, if you didn't, still join in, because I'd love to know what you wore to school and everything. So Ginny's sat here really, really quiet while I've been talking, haven't you, darling? And we're going to go off now and have a cup of tea, I think, so I'm really thirsty. I've just made a shepherd's pie for tea, but a vegan one, of course. And yeah, hope you join in. I really do. And I'm not going to tag anybody because I'll just wait and see if anybody wants to do it. But if you do want to do it, please do it and let me know that you have, so that I can pop across and listen, because I'm really interested. So let's have a bit of fun. What do you say, Ginny? Say yay! Let's have a bit of fun, everybody. Do a tag. Yeah, so mwah, love you, ladies and gentlemen.